been stated by Jack O'Connor in a well-known quote, you know, you either get the bug and become addicted or you'll never be caught on a sheep mountain again. I'm the addicted type. Everybody's got their thing, and this one's just, it's everything from the challenge of how to travel to far-off high mountains of Mongolia, how to bring a firearm along to some of these countries, and finding good people on the ground to get you where you need to be. Those logistics I find a challenge and actually kind of fun. We just arrived in Ulaanbaatar and waiting on my gun, which is the most important part to show up. We overnight here and then we're out in the morning early to Western Mongolia, Ulgi. So on this trip I used Shikar Safari, Kaan Karakaya. I went with Kaan because I knew he had a lot of in-depth knowledge of the area of Mongolia. He had a lot of track record, as well as just simply shaking his hand and meeting him. He's a great guy. He's well respected in the hunting community in Central Asia all the way through North America.
This is Kaan Karakaya. I'm the owner of Shikar Safaris. We established the company in 1996 in Turkey. I'm from southern Turkey, Antalya, on the Mediterranean. This was my first time with hunting with Mike, and we talked 2 years ago at the convention, and we make a really long list of hunts that we want to do together, but due to the pandemic we had to delay, but here in 2021 we were able to start.
Here we are in paradise, Ulgi, Mongolia, beautiful airport. It's the westernmost province of Mongolia. Unlike the rest of Mongolia that's Buddhist. This is Kazakh region, which is Muslim. It's the land where falconry was originated thousands of years ago, so we're at the airport and they got a statue of an eagle. The eagle hunters that hunted off horses, so it's pretty cool. We got the trucks loaded with the gear and 4-hour drive to hunting. Hopefully, well, we'll probably be hunting in the morning. Well, this will be home for a while. Styling. It's pretty nice. Finally made it last night, got in at dark, pretty worn out. Just taking a slow morning, getting ready to go hunting. And they've got some areas spotted, and so we're ready to go. It's, I believe, the 24th of August. We'll be scouting, we'll be on horseback today most of the time, getting to some areas to glass and spot. Hopefully start seeing some sheep. That's the reason we came. My horse is named Starfire. It was recently in a rodeo. Nobody's ever ridden her. Kazakh pro rodeo.
In Mongolia, the 1980s, 1990s, up to 500 sheep used to be hunted per season. So there was a huge pressure on the especially the Altai rams. So what we have done in the early 2000s, start working with the communities, and 2010, 2011, we try to help them, giving motorbikes, giving hay to animals in the winter, salt, and try to save some of the places for them to be just quiet and rested. So slowly Altai population start coming, and 2015 start getting this world-class trophies. And this year, after COVID year, 2 years, this area has been rested, and we take care of it during the COVID years also with my team.
Okay, so we're closer now. We just ranged. We're about 1,100 yards out. Making a plan. The wind's staying in our favor. Stay tuned, see if we got a shooter in this group. Evidently there's like 10 to 15 rams. So. What do you think, Kaan? What do you think?
They're slightly bigger than your American sheep.
Yeah, slightly.
A couple of nice ones, so you have to look carefully because, you know, there are two types, at least, Argalis. Some of them long and drop,
Right.
and some of them wide and heavy. Normally, you don't have them both in the same animal.
That's a 56 for sure.
Maybe 57.
Yeah. I think we ought to go after him. Let's go after him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a nice ram, and So we decided we're gonna try to make a stock on this big ram. It's a respectable, good ram. And right now they've kind of got their eyes on us. There's a couple standing up, looking at us. They're about 700 yards out. Try to do a green light on it and go for it. So we're gonna try to close the distance quite a bit. Ready? Yep, staring at him. Hit him? I didn't hear it hit, you know.
There were close to 30 rams, 27 or so. And the first attempt was not successful. Finally, they ran away. And then locals, they were looking for it. Sure enough, a few minutes later, a guy started coming, yelling and screaming. He says, "Oh, I found the Argali, so you have to come and look at them." And so we went up, rushed. We run down and find them, and we get within 370 meters, like 410 yards. So sheep are all bedding down. They're in a kind of a hillside between the rocks. So what we will do is sneak in there. Wind is coming from below to us, so it's good, and the sun is on our back. And sheep was bunched together, and we were not able to easily get a shot, and we waited. They start grazing. He's the closest to us. He's looking away. He's the closest to us. Okay. You can see his balls. He's the closest to us. I got it. He's the clear one. Yeah. Now we turn. I think you can take him, huh? He's number 3 from the last, by himself. Behind the white one. He's alone by himself. No, right behind the white one. You sure? Number 3 from right to left. Doesn't look like the same. Now he turned his head. 550. Take it. 550. You got him this time. Yeah, you hit him. Yeah, he's going down. 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 He's down. He's down. He's down. He's down. He's down.
I'm happy, but holy cow. I'm happy, but I'm not proud.
Well, you have to be proud. Here in Altai Mountains, we were stalking all day this group, and finally we get on them. And they were below us pretty far, and they were spooked. And finally, we were able to get a stalk on him, and we got it 550 yards.
A bullet went through the sheep. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well done.
No, I'm happy.
And I could tell right away.
I'm happy.
Yeah, you shall be.
Yeah.
It's a great ram.
Nice ram. I see him.
Great ram.
We got a sheep down.
Whoa! Look at his man.
Oh my God.
Wow, right hand, right. Look at his man. That's really good. What is this? Go get him on right horn, right hand.
Oh my God! Look at that thing.
Look at him.
My God, he's a monster.
It is a monster. I'm sorry, I misjudged him.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, congratulations for a great Argali. Doesn't get any better than this.
Unbelievable. Big high Altai, pinnacle of my life in sheep hunting. I've dreamed about this ram probably, oh my God, I'm 55. I think I started dreaming when I was 10. So here it is. It happened today, August 24th. First day of hunting. Kazakhs, hospitality and guides. Great country. I love it. Biggest ram in the world. So I saw so many big rams today. I couldn't believe it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming with us.
Thank you, guys.
Mike, he's always nice and smiling, very humble. He loves hunting, you can tell. He gets really, you can feel it that he's focused on hunting. When he hunts, he doesn't think anything else. And it was fun, and we really enjoy him. He's a great hunter.
As we came back with the sheep that evening and the next day, we realized it's pretty big. We put a tape to it. And I'm not big on registering in points and record books. I don't really care. But I'm calling him the deception ram.
23 and 2/8.
22 is huge.
It's heavy.
We were a little argument between the guides, a friendly argument of how big this guy was. So we put a tape on him, and it's unbelievable. He's got 23-inch bases.
I hunted many big trophies
Thank you. Yeah.
with 22-inch base, and that scores good.
Yeah.
And 23 is exceptional.
Yeah. Yeah. We thought he was 57, 58. He's over 60 on both horn lengths, so possibly top 3 in the world. What a beast. I'm so happy.
But congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, I think you need a better guide than I am. I cannot judge animals.
You know what the business saying? You know what they say in America for business? You under-promise, over-perform. It was all a ploy.
$59, 5/8. Congratulations. This is a new world record, huh?
Wow.
Congratulations.
Amazing.
Never seen 260, right?
Wow.
This is the potential world record.
Of course, it's got to go through its period of time, but it's not a huge thing with me, but what a blessing to take such an enormous ram. Yesterday, we woke up slow and celebrated the ram. Crew here got him all caped out and salted and prepped, and took off a little bit for checking the rifles. So 4 days before I left the United States, my scope crapped out on me. Years of precision shooting courses and practice, and now my equipment was failed. I had to scurry to get one mounted up and back to tight groups. I got a nice Mark V loophole, but of course in the rush I had less confidence and the scope was off, even though we checked it before the hunt. We checked the gun again the day after the ram was harvested, and I am now confident to roll on to the next groups. This morning, 26, day 3, we're eating some breakfast, getting ready to head out early. We're gonna be on horseback, it sounds like most of the day. Glassing and glassing and glassing, and we're looking for stag and ibex. Well, we're getting ready to get on horseback. We've got some weather coming in. Our 3 nice days of weather are maybe being threatened. We got weather coming in from China, which is sea to the south here, so might be putting on snow and raincoats soon. So the mountains here, I've never been. They're fascinating. You know, we're sitting at about 6,000 to 7,000 feet here in our main camp. These mountains to me are like a mix of the Pamirs, which are kind of old mountains and fairly level, to the Grand Tetons, the British Columbia Rockies. Of course, the Mongol nomadic culture is very cool, and the horses, as you may know, are ponies, smaller sized, but tough, just like the people. They try to do everything for you, which is just awesome. Very welcoming culture. I mentioned yesterday there's a lot of safari-like activity here because no matter where you look, there's always animals. Well, we're making our way around a big basin to try to find these stag we saw. We'll just stop to see where they're at. As we were scouting and trying to move in on one big stag, one of the Mongolian guides yelled, and we're all there with scopes, watching these stag to make our stock. And there was a stag behind us, like 400 yards.
Hey!
Now he's down.
Big or what?
Yeah, man.
Huh?
That was quick.
They come out sometimes from different places.
Yeah.
We have to be ready.
We had like 20 seconds. Get the gun, get the gun, get the gun, get the gun. Stagger's gonna run us over, so he came off the hill, saw us, headed back out, 450 yards, got him down. So we can turn our head right now and see sheep, stag, ibex, and Kaan.
What do you say, huh?
Another one down, man.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Yeah, it's beauty. Pretty animal.
It is pretty.
Monster.
What do you say?
He's a big one. Look at that. That's a big one.
It's a big stag.
Oh.
Wow.
Mongolian marl stag, man. Getting ready to rut. Man, this is cool. This stag came up behind us. We're scouting another one, an ibex. It's amazing. It's like African safari. So this big guy, we got him, and it's beautiful, huge animals. I'm used to Wyoming elk, and this guy is every bit of that. So we're not even past noon hardly, and still time to hunt ibex. So crazy day. Not even day 2 over.
You can see there, everything is extra large here.
Yeah.
And there's no ground shrinkage, huh?
No. Weather's kind of rolled in. Can't see much, but just sitting here watching the local guys collect all the meat for themselves. And oh, they just took the testicles and scrotum. These guys eat everything, so they're actually collecting the blood right now in empty plastic bottles to take home and drink. So I am humbled, man. The body size is very large. The Mongolians with us were helping pack it out. We moved on to scout some ibex, and we rode all day and got to a point, and we had seen a number of ibex, but just couldn't get on them. They're moving too much, so we're gonna move on. We can't catch up with them, so try to get there and then get back home before dark. Tomorrow morning we're going to head to the next sheep hunt, which is northern Altai, another 4 to 5 hour drive, far northern border. And looking forward to that hunt. And also as we move into some of these areas, it's a little bit different culture, going from Kazakh to Mongol. So the mountains also will be interesting. They're evidently, the northern Altai is a little more, less treacherous of a mountain. Just be really cool, as always, to not only hunt the ram, but to experience the culture and the people and see the country. So. We're in Bayan Ulgi, here in the Central Plaza. It's a pretty cool little town. This is the Kazakh region. It's Kazakh, not Buddhist, but we'll be crossing into the Mongol territory to hunt these rams. Now we're heading north for about a 5 hour drive to our next hunt, northern Altai Argali. Beautiful day. All right, man, we're at the North High Altai camp. We just drove about 5 hours from Bayan Ulgi, and we're just getting ready to go out and scout. It's about 5:30 p.m., so we got about 3 hours of light. Just got here, we're gonna go see what happens. Get around. It's a pretty cool little area, little forest up here. There's a whole bunch of sheep here, a bunch of small rams and a number of ewes, but way up high we're seeing probably 15 rams, and there's 2 in there that are spectacular, 53, 55 inch northern Altai. So yeah, they're 1,500 yards. We'll just kind of wait and see what we think. Maybe just go at them in the morning. So, rams everywhere. There's probably, in this little valley, there's probably 40 sheep right now, females and males. It's crazy. Beautiful valley. Oh, I just got to a big rise. There's sheep everywhere. There's 4 below us, 4 rams below us here. Looking across a big expanse over here, there's a number of groups of them. Boy, this mountainside's just full of sheep. We've probably seen 70, 80 rams just off this one position with spotting scopes. It's about lunchtime, so everything's kind of quieting down. They're getting into some shade, get away from the bugs and the heat. And we've got a couple rams we're looking at that are pretty sizable. And for lunch we are having kebab cooked over fresh yak dung that is being fired up to create the fire. I guess it's a special seasoning, so it ought to be pretty tasty. Dung fire. You don't get that at McDonald's. Yak dung marinade, spicy, lamb, sausage. Boy, it's great. It's really good. Got around 19 sheep right below us, maybe 600-700 yards. We stared over 3 of them. They're really nice. I mean, it's that close to saying, yeah, I'd like to harvest it, but I'm taking Halit's recommendation that there's bigger ones out here. So these are beautiful sheep. I mean, for North American sheep, people would be going nuts, but I mean, we're talking 53, 54-inch rams right below us. And Halit feels we should be looking for 55 and a lot more mass, more mature rams. So far today we've seen over 100 mature rams, and it's not even 2 o'clock. I mean, just look at this country. It's just crazy, full of sheep. It's awesome. They've done a great job keeping them safe. So we're gonna head around another ridge, see if we can get a better look at these rams. They're hard to judge from behind. So go take another look. Well, came down to look at some rams, but they blew it out on us, so we're about 320 yards away. There's 2 on the left. The second one is the big. They're not shootable, just under par for us. There's still a couple bigger ones down here, but probably not gonna make the cut. But it's about 6 o'clock on the 29th, so they're taking us all over Mongolia, but we got 6 rams spotted, so it's funny, these rams are way down on the lowlands. You can see these. This is huge basin. It's like 70 miles to the next range. It's an amazing view. And these sheep are, last couple days we've been seeing them up high, and these sheep happen to be down low. It's like the desert rams of Nevada. We've been frankly struggling a little bit with the Mongolian guides only through translation and dialect, but due to tomfoolery, we didn't get into them. It'll take us till dark just to get to the valley the way he's going. We got kind of caught at the end of the night getting basically rim-rocked, so we couldn't make a sneak on what we thought were the big rams. It's a fucking Mongolian circus. Fucking everybody's got an opinion, and 90% of the opinions are ignorant. I like just sitting there pussyfooting with them. We're not even close to the valley. Got mixed around on some stockings, so just put it away and try it again tomorrow. There's a big bunch of rams, but I don't know where they're at. See if we can find them in the morning. So today is the 30th of August. Great morning, clear sky. We're just talking on the way over. There's usually a lot of winds here, which we've been kind of blessed. Just been kind of hot, so that's okay. Still in the northern Altai region, which is right up against the northwest corner of Mongolia. We're literally miles from the border of Russia. The culture here is Russian, old school Russian, with new school Mongolian, so we're dealing with that a little bit and working through how we're gonna make a plan here, which is always fun on international hunting. It's nothing new, so. We were glassing way down in this basin, and we decided to come up and be on top of some rams. And we just started seeing a few. They're 50, 51 inch, but we're looking for the big boys. So plan is most of the day just being on top of them and slowly finding our big boys. We might have to creep down. So through some hop, skip, and a jump kind of processes, we had a bit of a screw up on one side, but it wasn't a big deal. So long story short, about 12, there's about 3 of us went down and decided, we'll leave the main guides back because we're having communication problems. And we just decided, let's go hunt rams, man. We knew there were some big ones. Beautiful day. It's been kind of a bad luck day. We're seeing a few, but they're giving us a slip. So we might be right on top of some. We thought there was like 6. We were staring at 34 rams, but we just didn't like any of them. And as sheep hunting goes, like all hunting, we broke to eat lunch As we're relaxing, looking around, trying to make a decision how to spend the rest of the afternoon, 6 rams came out literally like 400 yards underneath us, starting to graze, and those were the rams. We're sitting right on top of it. It was crazy. It was the dreams opened up, fate, whatever you want to call it, it worked. We're gonna sneak over, just you and I. So we made a decision then. The main guide was gonna sit back and watch us for a bit. I was basically gonna kind of do it on my own, like I'm gonna sneak down there, because I know how, and I'm gonna shoot a ram if he's big enough. They're on this ridge, in sight. They're going on the other side of this ledge. I think we probably need to go. It's 200 yards away, so I think we may want to move quick. Fortunately, my guide has been teaching me the size of these rams, which I've never been used to. We got in close to about 200 yards. The rams were behind a cliff. We weren't sure where they were, but I knew if I could kind of make a quick rush, he's looking right at us. I might spook him, but I'd get a shot. They went the one way I couldn't afford them going and possibly getting away without me making a shot, but they stopped.
I can't hear you.
He was quartering away. I think I hit that left shoulder. Good job, buddy. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you made a good stop. Good
Yeah,
stop.
well.
Actually, he was. Yeah, they were very close.
I saw him. I saw that one run. I thought, oh,
I saw it.
boy, they booked. They were right there, right over.
Yeah.
It all works finally. I think Kaan Karakaya says when the hope is lost, the hunting begins. So I'm quoting Kaan on this one. Looks massive to me. Northern Altai Argali.
You know what? I like him.
Thank you, man. I wouldn't have them without you.
It's a beautiful ram.
Yeah, I'm
I
happy.
didn't do anything. You did everything.
No.
You find it.
Well,
broke it.
you showed me. 30th of August, Monday in northern Mongolia. Guess what? Like always, when you're not expecting it, these rams walked out. We got on them. Looks like it's a 9-10-year-old beautiful northern Altai Argali, so real happy. And another one down, man. This is ram number 6 for 2021. So got more to shoot, but appreciate the guides and the whole team here. So yeah, thank you. Great time. That's a meat delivery right there, Mongolian style. Halit was my guide for most of the hunt, along with Kaan. Halit is out of Turkey as well, and tremendously knowledgeable on sheep. I couldn't believe how much he knows how to judge sheep in a field. I would love to take him on any hunt with me anywhere in the world, because he's meticulous and doesn't get in a rush. And he wants to make sure when you're going after a ram that you're going after the right one. The Mongolian crew is working on my cape. We figure he's around 10 years old, certainly mature. And it's our last night here, so decided to check out. But man, what a place.
230.
Good score.
It's huge.
It's 230?
Oh, 230, man.
Congratulations. We said 55, he's 56 and a half.
If you pan the camera around this country, I mean, it could be Nevada, it could be Wyoming. It's beautiful. But unlike Nevada and Wyoming, very, very untouched. So right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eagles, young golden eagles, hanging out around our camp, staring at me. And it's just a beautiful place, beautiful culture. So glad to be here, glad the hunt went well. We're heading back to Bayan Ugi. It's about a 5-hour drive. We'll get there about midnight, check in a hotel, and regroup from there on my next ram quest. Today we've traveled with Kaan Karakaya and the crew to a new camp. We're hunting an area right up near the Chinese border. These camps that these guys put up with Shikar are wonderful. They're all yurts. They're beautifully outfitted. I mean, just look at the decor. You know you've got a great crew when you pull in and everybody's smiling. So we got happy people helping us to find a big ram. We even have master electricians on staff here. So we have a generator, which is amazing for a sheep camp. We needed an outlet, so within about 5 minutes, the guy rolls in and hot wires off this light straight to an outlet. We got power. It's awesome. We traveled about the equivalent last night. Well, the equivalent of my northern Altai is like driving from central Montana down to Denver, Colorado. In that range to this camp, we've essentially experienced the areas of 4 different sheep. And in the United States, that would only be 1 sheep species. And so I feel like I'm living in sheep heaven over here in Western Mongolia. It's amazing. So thanks to Shikar and everybody to show me this experience. It's just a lifelong dream. Love being here. So I'm gonna get a lot of chicks when these movies are done. We're getting ready to go after the Syrensis Argali, Sair, also known as Sair, S-A-I-R. We are in far western Mongolia up against the Chinese border. Looks like it's gonna be a nice day. Rained a little yesterday, so it's colder though. You can tell fall's coming, so we're gonna head up in these mountains and love this land. Might just move here. About 8 of them, one very large Syrensis. Maybe, we're guessing, it's hard to say, we're guessing 53, 54 inch. Very mature ram, so we're just watching. They're moving now. Looks like a very good ram.
Locals, they found 2 groups of sheep. One had 8 rams, with one we look in the morning, it was a pretty nice one, a gray color, heavy ram. And other, they said about 20, 30 other rams in another valley.
We also have a group over here, 2 miles away. We came and snuck on. We had to climb up a big mountain. We're looking at 2 big high mountain valleys. Each one has sheep. Each one has rams, so.
All sheep, and we found really nice one. It was coming down and flare out. And you can see that they're like more Marco Polo shaped type of horns. They're obviously not Altais.
So we're taking a pause. We saw some big rams because we found out our permit is still pending, so can't hunt till we have a permit. So what better thing to do than sit on a high ridge in Mongolia and eat cheese, nuts, and pastrami. Compliments of Mr. Kaan Karakaya.
All from Turkey. And it still tastes good.
Finally, we were waiting for to confirm the license, and we waited there. Finally, they confirmed that we can hunt. And then I went down and found a ram. There were 7 of them we could see were bedding against a rock in the shade. It was about 1,500 meters away. And sheep was started getting up and grazing, 3 of them. Other 4 were still bedding down. And I decided to move further down in the valley and get within 200 yards. By the time we get there, all sheep was grazing, and they come to our side and shove up within 180, 200 yards.
The highest one.
Highest one?
Yes.
To the right?
Yes. Wait.
What's the yardage?
290. 1 bedded down.
Yeah.
5 rams, the one in the middle, number 3. Right?
Yes. Moving. Moving.
Yeah, he's moving.
They were bunched together, and finally the oldest ram just gave a short window. He gave us a position to shoot.
Take shot.
There's a sheep behind.
Take him?
You can take him now. I think you can.
Yeah, I heard it. There they are.
Oh, I saw seven sheep, but one was not from that group. It was a small one.
I heard it hit. I lost him in the scope when I pulled the trigger.
Didn't know the result because there were 7 sheep. It's supposed to be 6 left, and all the sheep ran on the other side of the hill and come towards us across the valley. They were about 500 yards, and we couldn't see the big ram, but there were 7 rams, and we were not sure we got them or not.
He's not in there. The rest of the group is right there. So we're not seeing the ram, so I think we got him, but yet to be defined.
We waited, and finally we went down, and he wasn't there. We looked, we got worried, and a horseman came, and we went, and sure enough, he found him. And the shot was good. I don't know how that sheep ran that far.
He's got blood everywhere. Very nice. Boy, he's a lot of mass. Look at that hole. It's a big hole to run that far. Syrinxis. Holy cow.
Very heavy.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Kaan Karakaya did it again. 7 ran away and 7 came out, and I swear to God I hit this ram. Well, it turns out they picked up another ram, so that 10 minutes of my life sent me into deep depression. So this is one more sheep in Mongolia here, and they're just, they're unique. I had the high Altai, and then the northern Altai, and now the Syrinxis. No doubt it's a different sheep and beautiful, magnificent, and glad I made the shot. It came to me. So I'm getting tired of holding on to big horns in Mongolia.
And this one again, first day.
Yeah.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah, it's tough hunting for sure.
And and there's no any ground shrinkage on the rams. They're all really heavy hauled.
These are big rams, and Mongolia's got a lot of them. So
Just another day in paradise.
yeah, truly. Got done so early, about 3 p.m. We went and tried our hand at fishing. And these rivers are beautiful and tons of grayling in them. So blast and cast, as we call it in the United States. So we're sitting here on the 1st of September 2021, eating fresh caught grayling by our master fisherman, Kaan Karakaya. And we have Syrinxis Argali sheep steak prepared by our chef, and they both are so good. Can't stop eating them. I don't know where you get that kind of plate, anywhere in the world. We're getting ready to head back from Ugi to Ubi, and then spend the night there, regroup, get a shower, and then tomorrow, the Friday the 4th, we're heading to the Hangai region. We have 3 hours to blow today, so we came out to see one of the local Mongolian eagle handlers and eagle trainers. And so we have a 4-year-old golden here that basically they catch them in the wild. They've been doing this like 2,000 years. They catch them in the wild and train them to work with them to get like foxes and wolves and other game. So this history goes back like thousands of years. I don't remember how far back, but 2,000 or 3,000 at least. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, the tougher parts of these trips is just the travel for me. It can be the 14-hour ride in a Jeep across the desert with dirt roads. Gets a little old after a while. Some people don't mind, they just go to sleep. It seems like in all international trips you're always bothered with logistics, some sort of rules and laws that pop up that you never knew about. And sometimes they're not even a rule or a law, it's just something that pops up. But you're gonna bump into them, and you just can't, you gotta keep your sanctity and keep your mental attitude up that you're just gonna get through it because it's not a big deal. So it's Saturday, September 4th in Ulaanbaatar. We flew back. We were actually able to get a jet to bring us back and got into the hotel, and we're planning on regrouping and then heading down to the Hangai region to hunt Hangai. We kind of got caught up with Mongolian Parliament office, had a change of license directors. So our licenses weren't issued yet, and we got caught by the weekend, so it's Saturday. So we're just hanging in UB, which is awesome. Beautiful modern city now compared to what I saw in 2004. So just hanging out, and I think we'll probably spend a day or so going to see the sights of the city. It's a little overcast and rainy today, but nonetheless got some free time to settle in. So Ulaanbaatar is, culture rich with Mongolian Buddhist culture. So we saw some sights. Number one was just the cashmere. Some of the finest cashmere in the world. There's no polyester blend, it's pure cashmere, and a super cheap place to buy your cashmere. And then we went over to the Natural History Museum of Mongolia, which is actually pretty cool. I didn't have too high an expectation, but it was pretty cool. It was set up to track you through the whole evolution of the country, clear back before Christ, and very cool to present day, what this country's done. And even to see it in present day now, where I saw it in 2004 as a third world country, man, it is booming right now. And I don't think there's any city in the world has as many high-rise cranes going right now as Ulaanbaatar. The place is booming. Sunday about 2 p.m. We're gonna get picked up here in about 5-10 minutes and heading down to the Hangai. It's kind of the final chapter of the trip. Get to see a different species of sheep, different area in the Hangai region. This will be close to the Gobi region I visited previously, 2004. And I'd rather be in the country hiking instead of sitting in a nice hotel room, wasting away. I'm just not finding any mature rams here in the Hangai area we're in. So today we just saw 2 groups of 3 rams, and the biggest of any of those groups was maybe 35 inches, 4-year-old, very small. So, we're not impressed with the area. And the guides came in and said, we don't know if we can find a bigger ram. They were very honest with us, which is very cool. Had a plan last night, maybe there were some bigger rams at this mountain range. And seems a bit fruitless, so we're gonna try it today, but if not, we're probably just gonna head to UB this afternoon. We've got to be back by the 10th or so, Friday, to get our COVID testing to fly out Saturday to get the results back in time. So we're only 2 to 3 days here to play with. And another small thing is we've got a national petroleum shortage, and so we're in the cars every day, and our cars are running low, so we're also rationing how much fuel we can use before we don't have enough to even get back to the local city, closest city to gas up. So, as I've said the whole time, I've had such an amazing trip with three big rams, Argali rams in western Mongolia, and then a big marl stag that, if need be, we can come back and hunt the Hangai another time, because I will be back. Tiny sheep, tiny sheep, tiny sheep. Day 3, too many days, uneventful, no sheep, going back to UB. I mean, anytime you're on one of these international trips, you just got to kind of pinch yourself, no matter what the situation or circumstances, and just say, wow, man, I'm here, and it's pretty cool and privileged to be here. So even though we're in Hangai and it's a little slow, if this was all I did on this trip was sit and visit the Hangai, it'd still be a wonderful trip. It was good to get a little taste of defeat after being spoiled so much. Overall, yeah, I mean, it's been a great trip. We've been here nearly 20 days. It's lived up to all my expectations and more, and I'll definitely be back. It's a cool place, a cool hunt, great people, and it's a long ways to go, but it's well worth it.